When I first started hearing reports of the virus spreading in China, I don't know, I just kind of had a feeling about it, more so than previous ones like H1N1, which didn't really come to Canada too aggressively. And when I spread to Italy, I started to kind of recognize the issues, and I actually spoke to my team about hours possibly getting cut and, maybe even slimming down the hours that we were open and stuff, and everyone was thought I was crazy. Just didn't think that it was going to come here or that it would be anything to worry about. And within a week, it suddenly was. And, within that week, we were closed 2 days, and then I let everybody go.
First, second week of March, we started adjusting what we were doing at the office and stepping up the sanitation. We started considering how we would change up how we ran our practice, just what that would mean, and waiting for word from our licensing board as well, because that was kind of the ultimate word of authority in terms of what we should or shouldn't be doing at that point.
It's really scary. I have one employee who is just my front of house manager, and it's just her and I making delivery orders happen day to day. We're doing about a third of sales that we normally do, which is actually impressive and surprising considering. But those third of sales are docked by the commission fee for the delivery services, so 25%. Basically, we're able to sort of survive now. However, it's not really paying all the bills without assistance, which is, coming down the pipeline. I wouldn't be able to pay my rent and stuff like that. I'm able to pay Julia. I'm able to pay up all of my staff before they left because they had some checks due coming after we closed. Was able to pay all of that and stuff and get current on any sort of bills that I owed suppliers and whatnot. But other than that, it's really a slow incline and it's not sustainable. So I'm just really hoping that we're going to be able to get people in the door, and by the end of summer would be great.
Every day, several colleagues would close. I was just watching a lot of clinic announcements and just kind of oh my God, this is coming. And starting to hear about cases on the mainland and cases out east. We hadn't had any cases on the island yet, but it really, really hit home when the first case was recorded on Vancouver Island. I made the call because we were fully booked on the Wednesday to just close that evening. And it was really, really difficult to try and reschedule people, and a lot of people were clients were panicking, people were not doing well. I had people that were on courses of treatment that really depend on seeing us every week as well, and it was just really, really hard to have to say no or worry about how people are going to do without getting regular treatment as well. So really, really stressful.
Some of the good sides of things are I can breathe fresher air. I notice it every day when I leave the house. The mountains are so visual and beautiful, and driving is a pleasure and all of those sorts of things. It's been nice. It just has, unfortunately, the repercussions of windows being boarded up everywhere, and I've got no neighbors down here. Once we get into the evening hours, we're just basically alone. Delivery drivers come and pick up food, and those are the only people we see anywhere.
We do live in a society where people have to exchange currency, but I really do hope that it helps adjust people's priorities. And just in general, I think maybe just getting people to feel a little more comfortable with not being able to know what to expect, to be able to sit with uncertainty. Because I think a lot of society is quite obsessed with bottom lines and projections and numbers and calculations, budgets. And at this point, no one really has any answers, and we just have to kind of just sit back and have faith and look after ourselves and be safe and stay home.
The community as a whole, I think the whole social aspect is going to be different. I don't really have any predictions on that. I know it's going to take a while for people to reform connections. I think friend groups are going to shift a little bit. You're probably going to have smaller friend groups. People won't be out there just trying to connect with all the people that they used to. Being more cautious about having more meaningful actions on a day-to-day basis. Making sure that their time with their friends counts. Making sure that what their actions are more deliberate. you know, maybe less hurtful, those sorts of things. And I think people might be spending their time doing more creative things, I hope, and spending their money on things that are more valuable to their actual life and less frivolous. Hopefully shopping more local.
The bigger picture is just that people can finally do the things that they want to do. That means like resting, spending time with a loved one, spending time with their kids, doing all the hobbies and projects that you never have time to do because you're always constantly scrambling, running around, trying to make a living. It's just been really, I guess, heartening to see that a lot of people want to help in both big and small ways, and a lot of people are feeling comfortable to be vulnerable and ask for what they need as well. I think in general too, just a lot of people are just trying to just adjust. I know a lot of people with kids who are trying to help with homeschooling, watching my friends who are teachers try and adjust to a new way to teach. Everyone's just trying to keep afloat, trying to work at home for the people that aren't, trying to stay busy and relax and enjoy the fact that spring is here. So I see good things and bad things in a mix of everything.